Thank you for calling Toys R Us of Katy, Texas. Thank you for calling Toys R Us. We would like to thank you for shopping with us for over 70 years, and we appreciate your kind expressions as we close our doors. As of March 23rd, Toys R Us will start liquidation.
Dear Toys R Us, thank you. Thank you for creating one of the best childhood moments and memories. And it's heartbreaking to see you leave. Honestly, there's a Toys R Us about 1.5 miles away from where I live. See, my family back then couldn't really afford cable or any of that sort of stuff, so they relied on toys to keep me entertained while I was at the house. My dad worked in a different state and my mom could not drive at the time, so we would have to resort to walking to Toys R Us whenever she wanted to buy me a toy. Though it may seem annoying to walk just that distance to buy a toy, I love those walks with my mother. It was those hot summer evenings, the birds chirping and the cars passing by, and not to mention the conversations I would have with my mom that made the highlights of my summer when I was growing up. A Toys R Us to someone else may seem just like another toy store, but to me it's a lot more. It's a place of happiness, it's a house of laughs, it's a storage of cheer, and not to mention a road to great memories. Okay, pretty much what the plan is, we're gonna walk all the way to Toys R Us like I did when I was a kid. I'm gonna get some food in the way because I haven't eaten yet, but we're gonna walk.
Yes.
Yes, I know. We're gonna go to Toys R Us, record a bit, talk about how we're going the same route I would go as a kid, talk about the stuff I did as a kid in those routes, because usually me and my mom, we would stop in the middle. Like, we would stop on our way there to like sit down, get some rest. Sometimes she'd bring food, and maybe possibly get someone that works at Toys R Us and
Interview them.
give them like their take on what's going on with the whole Toys R Us thing going on. The whole my mom not being able to drive and not having a car situation, it wasn't just like we would walk to Toys R Us, we would walk just everywhere. Like, that was my bus stop for summer school, because my mom didn't want me staying at home, and we would go to that neighborhood because the house there wasn't built yet. We would go between the fences and like shortcut all the way here. So my mom would always be scared that we would get hit by that car. So instead of Toys R Us is right over there, and we could easily just walk through this road and then walk straight there. But my mom was like afraid that we were gonna get hit. So there's a neighborhood over there that we're gonna go to, and it cuts between this part, but it's a lot slower, but it's safer, I guess, because the cars actually drive pretty close by and there's no walking path. It's
People
just,
in Katy can't drive, so.
yeah, and plus it's not even you have to walk on the road pretty much. So we're going around through the neighborhood. Right now we're at the park by the neighborhood where we cross by to go to Toys R Us. And this is where we would usually just sit down and take a rest, or we would eat because my mom would bring food in case we both got hungry. And yeah, we're actually almost close by. We just have to go over there and cross one more street, and we should be there soon. So one time when I was a kid, my parents always told me like never trust anyone. It was like if they give you a bottled water, it most likely has poison. And I remember they honestly told me that. And one day we passed by here by this dentist.
Yeah.
And we went over here, and some dentist like pulled up, and he said, "Do you guys need a ride?" And my mom like freaked out. She said, "No, we don't need a ride." And he said, "Oh, okay. You look thirsty, bud." And he pulled out an orange juice. And he just gave it to me, and it was probably like he was probably a really nice guy for doing that. He's probably really nice, but I never drank it. I told my mom, I was like, I'm not drinking it. My mom was like, are you sure? You seem thirsty. I was like, no, I'm not drinking it. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I think it's closed now. Oh yeah, this is shut down. Okay, so we're over here. We're just gonna eat, and then I'm gonna eat. Connor already ate. We're gonna go to Toys R Us. It's right there across the street. Okay, right now we just finished eating from Checkers.
Yeah.
And we're about to go to the Toys R Us right over there. It's a game of Frogger.
Yeah.
Pretty much. You have to cross the street and not get hit. This would be the part my mom didn't like the most.
I said a hip.
Because she was scared that we would get ran over. So pretty much what we did was just run. Let's go over here because there's no people here. I don't want to get in trouble.
You could have just asked.
Okay, yeah, we're here.
Okay.
So now we're over here at Toys R Us, where you can see everything is on sale.
10% off. 10% off. And if you look over there, it says 30% off. Everything must go.
Hi. What's your name?
My name is Taj.
Okay. How do you feel about Toys R Us closing?
I'm honestly really sad about it just because whenever I grew up and became a parent, I wanted my kids to be able to experience this kind of environment.
Yeah.
You know, just having a lot of variety of toys and other stuff. And the way that toys could probably evolve in the future, that would have been really nice. But, you know, all the things coming to an end.
Yeah. What do you think caused this?
From what I heard, it was poor booking of all of their money or something along those lines. Just poor booking and some other details. I don't remember exactly.
Many people saying online stores such as Amazon is the reason why, or a factor that played in. How do you feel about online stores getting bigger, like on the rise, while big manufacturer stores such as Toys R Us are declining?
As someone that heavily like purchases stuff from Amazon like all the time, I can definitely see Amazon being a factor as to why a lot of these like toy stores and stuff are closing. So that can definitely be a factor that plays into Toys R Us going bankrupt as well.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem.
Thanks, man.
No
Appreciate
problem.
it.
Peace.
Peace. Okay, go.
Okay. What's your name?
Garrett.
Garrett. Okay. How do you feel about Toys R Us closing down?
It's kind of sad, because I used to come here, as a kid. I got all these cool stuff from here, so it's just kind of nostalgic coming back here and, knowing it's closing down.
Yeah. What do you think caused it?
Just people buying stuff on the internet, buying stuff online,
Okay, that actually leads to the next and last question. With online stores on the rise, what do you think this means for big manufacturer stores like Toys R Us closing down?
I think there's probably going to be more closing down now that you can just get it on the internet. You don't have to leave the comfort of your house, go and look at stuff.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, man.
Okay, what's your name?
I'm Raven.
Raven? Okay. How do you feel about Toys R Us closing down?
I kind of expected it a little bit because, we can buy all of this stuff online. It's easier. There's no more lines. My kids don't trip in the store. I can just kind of go online and just make things a little simpler.
Well, I guess that answers the second question is, what do you think caused it, which online stores?
Exactly.
And the final question is, with online stores on the rise, what do you think this means for other big stores such as Toys R Us?
I think that stores that only sell one thing, like only clothes or only toys, they're in competition with online because, when you go online, everything's on there all together, so.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
Venu?
Okay, well, how do you feel about Toys R Us closing down?
My kids were very sad just when we were coming in, they were very upset that why are they closing Toys R Us? They have so many toys, so they want to buy some last gifts at least,
Okay, well, what do you think caused it?
Not sure.
That's really surprising to me. They don't have a immediate competitor like another toys or exclusive toys shop, but still it's real surprise to me why they are closing.
Maybe they would have added some other sections here so that people can buy more stuff instead of closing.
Okay, well, people are saying Toys R Us closed down because of online stores like Amazon and, like Best Buy online.
But the quality of the toys is different in Toys R Us compared to even the online websites or Target or
But is it-
Walmart or
yeah.
anything else.
Is it too difficult to have an online store for Toys R Us?
I'm pretty sure they do.
Yeah, take out your number of shops, reduce your number of shops, and increase online shopping, and still keep it available.
And the last question is, with online stores booming, what do you think this means for big stores like Toys R Us?
Eventually, I think the same thing is going to happen for every brick and mortar stores.
Hi, what's your name?
Morgan?
Morgan? Okay, the first question is, how do you feel about Toys R Us closing down?
It's sad. It's one of the last toy retailers left besides Learning Express. So it's kind of sad for the kids.
What do you think? What do you think caused it?
What do I think caused it?
Yeah.
Well, quite a long time ago, they partnered up with Amazon, ruined their distribution. They've never updated their stores, and they've never made them interactive.
Okay. That being part of the next question, with online stores booming, not just Amazon, what do you think this means for other big stores such as Toys R Us?
They're gonna have to catch up with the times. We have a showroom effect going into place where we come here and we shop on Amazon as we're in the store, and we walk out and we order it on Amazon, we get it in 2 days. So they're gonna have to catch up.
Dear Toys R Us, thank you.